Welcome back, everybody, to the Appalachian State Dynasty here in EA College Football 25. Last time out, the Mountaineers and head coach Julius Caneri were able to take down the East Carolina Pirates in a last-second game-winning field goal. This week, we return to a home field advantage. Thankfully, Boone, North Carolina is bringing us back with grace as we will face out against the South Alabama Jaguars, who have a very talented freshman quarterback in Gio Lopez, a great athletic scrambling quarterback who can do a lot on offense that you want from a guy like him. It's going to be a challenge to stop this Jaguar offense today, but we're going to do our best to do it as we're going to look to get underway. Mountaineers will kick it first, and this one is getting ready to go as it's going to be returned by the Jaguar returner as he kind of jumps over a man, and they're going to send out the guy we were just talking about, 6'1", 223 pounds, Gio Lopez. He's going to start the day 1st and 10. Left-handed thrower is going to sling it, and it's caught. Seth Robertson's going to bring the receiver down as they have a 2nd and 6 now. Earlier in this drive, it's going to be a handoff. This time it's going to go. He's got space up the right side all the way down around midfield to mark him at the 47-yard line. As now they have it 1st and 10. This one's a screen, nowhere to go. Seth Robertson in coverage again. And that's going to set up a 2nd and 12. Lopez sends his running back in motion. He's going to throw it, and it's picked off. Seth Robertson, it was a bad pass by Lopez. I mean, he basically threw it straight to Seth Robertson. I don't know where he was looking, but I guess you could say he saw his man on the post route and just didn't see Seth Robertson. He must have thought his guy was wide open because that pass was straight into the hands of the defender. Don't really know what happened. There wasn't much pressure. There wasn't a lot of any hands in his face. Now the Mountaineers defense gets a takeaway, so the offense gets to start here 1st and 10. Kanye Roberts gets it, and it's fumbled right back to the Jaguars. The first start of Kanye Roberts' career this season, and he fumbles it on his first carry. What a turn of events. The Jaguars will get the ball right back. Lopez is going to go to his running back, McReynolds. He's got all kinds of space down the left side, breaking a tackle. And Braylon McReynolds with a 3 for 35 start here in this game. 2nd and 10 now. Lopez out of the shotgun. He's going to bring his receiver in motion. It is going to be a fake jet sweep. They're going to go back to McReynolds. Thankfully that time, not nearly as much space, so they're going to have a 3rd and long, 3rd and 10 for this Mountaineer defense to cover. This one inside is caught, racing down inside the 10. What a catch. Lopez just delivered that on a line, and now it's a 1st and goal. This time he's going to roll out. He's going to fire off his back foot, and it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. That was good defense by Ethan Johnson, but Devin Voisin, what a grab. I mean, Gio Lopez just spun in the backfield and off of one leg pretty much threw it, just slung it in there. Devin Voisin is able to hold on even though he's got the defender all over him. And the Jaguars take an early 7-0 lead. They've been dominant so far in this quarter as the Mountaineers haven't had much of a chance. Going back to Kanye Roberts. This time, thankfully, holds on to the ball, and he's going to get a 1st down on his 2nd carry of the day. Now Aguilar's going to go jet sweep. Michael Hetzel got some space, got some blocking. 1st down and more. Down inside the 40. Mark him at the 35 of the Jaguar territory. And that is a 1st and 10 for this Mountaineer offense. Good job there by Julius Caneri getting some different play calls going. Now Aguilar steps up, fires, and it's intercepted. The 2nd turnover of the day. Bouncing free down the right side, spinning out of a tackle, and it's inside at the 26 in Mountaineer territory. A couple of turnovers for the Mountaineer offense today. Lopez on 1st and 10. Play action goes to the end zone. That one's picked off again. Seth Robertson, his 2nd of the day. They wanted to go for broke and just sling it to the end zone, but instead, beautiful coverage, forced the receiver off his route, and he just snatches that one out of the air. What a grab by Seth Robertson, the senior defensive back, just goes up and gets that one And he's going to give the Mountaineers offense another chance. 1st and 10, they're going to go wide receiver screen to Christian Horn. Quickly wrapped up, but he gets 8 on the play. Good gain by Horn, and that's going to set up a 2nd and 2. Aguilar is going to run the play action bootleg. He's going to dump it outside. This one's going to go to Larkins. He's going to break a tackle down inside Jaguar territory. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 4 at their 40-yard line. Aguilar throws it across the middle. Could have been picked off. It was behind the defender, behind the receiver. And now they have a 3rd and 4. Snap it. Play action. Wants to run, and he's brought down. A loss of 1. They're going to set up a 4th and 5. You've got to go for this in no man's territory now. It's going to be a pass play. He's going to go to Hetzel. He's got the 1st down, just trying to get to the ground without fumbling. And that's going to bring up a 1st and 10. They're going to go Kanye Roberts. Good hole. Kanye Roberts down at the marker. And they're going to give him the 1st down. 2nd and 8 now. Aguilar wants to throw across the middle. Picked off again. He threw it into triple coverage. Why? Why would he make that read? And that gives the Jaguars the ball back in the final minute of this quarter. McReynolds couldn't get anything going. This Mountaineer defense has been doing their absolute best to try and keep this Jaguar offense at bay. Now 3rd and 5. Outside, it's caught. I believe that's Devin Voisin again. His 3rd catch for 47 yards so far today. As we head into the 2nd quarter, 1st and 10 for the Jaguars offense. He's going to bring a man in motion. This time, they are going to go with the jet sweep. They're going to keep it, and he's got a nice 5-yard gain on that one. 3rd and 4, much more manageable if they didn't get that good jet sweep yardage. 3rd and 4, Lopez rolling out of the pocket. He is sacked. Another stop. That time it's Collins, and the Jaguars stall out despite the turnovers. So 3 turnovers for the Mountaineer offense, but only 7 points allowed out of it. Your defense is not going to be able to keep that up all the day long, as Kanye Roberts almost broke free on the outside. Instead, he only gets 4 now. 2nd and 6. They're going to go back to Roberts. This time, not a lot of room. He gets a couple. It's going to set up a 3rd and 3. Aguilar wants to throw, looking, throwing, picked off for the 3rd time today. This one down the left side again, and it's a 1st down inside Mountaineer territory. No matter where we throw it, it seems like there's a defender there. Lopez slings it outside. It's caught. Breaking free inside the 5. 1st and goal at the 5. Make it 2nd and goal at the 5 as Lopez has McReynolds beside him. They're going to go to the jet sweep. Give it to him. Nowhere to go. Sacked in the backfield. I believe that was Thomas Davis. And now they have a 3rd and goal. Lopez calls for it. Wants to throw. Rolling out. Nobody there. Touchdown, Jaguars. What a good job by Gio Lopez seeing the field. What situational awareness on that play. Sees the defensive line collapsing. Spins out of the pocket. And he just sees that no one is on that right side of the field. And that was the easiest touchdown of his career. For the freshman, his young career, I should say. He hasn't had a lot of touchdowns. But man, what a good job there by Gio Lopez. That is the type of offense you need to run when you have a guy that is young, but he shows his IQ on the field. So the Mountaineers trail 14-0. They're going to try and get something going here. This time the swing pass, not a lot of space. He's maybe going to get back to the line, so that's going to set up a 3rd and 4. Joey Aguilar. Play action, trying not to throw another pick. He's going to launch it deep downfield, and it's dropped. Dangerous play there to Eli Wilson, but instead a quick 3 and out. The Jaguars have a chance to go up by 3 scores. This one, a screen play. He's got his receiver. Good job blocking down the field, and they have a 1st down inside Mountaineer territory. 2nd and 8. This one's a pass again to the outside again. Voisin's going to grab that one, his 5th catch of the day. What a start for him in this first half. 3 minutes and counting. 3rd and 5. Looking for the 1st down outside. Caught again by Voisin. These curl routes are killing our defensive backs. They do not know how to cover them. 2nd and 10. Again to the air. Launching deep downfield, and it's caught. Touchdown as he leaps over the goal line. And he's going to dance in the end zone. That's going to give the Jaguars a 21-0 lead. As they are now going to bring Aguilar down. Somehow he held on to the ball. And that is a 6-yard loss for the Mountaineer offense, trying to get going just a little bit before halftime under the 2-minute warning. Kanye Roberts, great job spinning and getting 15 yards back, so he's going to make this third down much more manageable as the clock continues to tick down. They're going to go to the ground. Roberts just going to get the first down. Good start there to this drive. 2nd and 10 now. Aguilar wants to throw it. He's going to go outside to Hetzel, breaking away, spinning, juking a man, cutting inside. Michael Hetzel down to the end zone. Touchdown, Mountaineers. What an array of moves by the slot receiver as he spins away. First of all, he just uses his strength to get free from his initial defender. Look at this play. That just is amazing athleticism by the tiny receiver. Thrown outside, gets away from one man, spins out of another. Then I thought he was going to get tackled there. Jukes him, cuts inside using leverage, and then he is gone. What a touchdown. And that momentum could be the difference into getting back into this ball game, as the Jaguars will still have 1:13 left in the half to get down the field, so not over yet. Lopez looks to throw early outside. Again, a curl route, and that one's caught again. Got to find a way to stop these curl routes as they have another first down right on the midfield line. Lopez, he's got a bunch set on the left side. He's going to throw it again under pressure. He's going to have to evade the pressure. Can't get the edge. Thomas Davis brings him down. Great speed on the outside, and that's going to bring this clock down under 45 seconds. The Jaguars called a timeout, though, so they're going to be able to stop at 3rd and 13. Lopez across the middle. This one's caught near the marker. Can't quite get it. And unfortunately, there would not be much time for the Mountaineers, so we're going to head out of the second half down 21-7. Kanye Roberts starting the second half, nowhere to go. And they have a 3rd and 12 on this first drive. You cannot afford mistakes in this game, down 21-7. They're going to go to the screen. Roberts racing to the edge. Will he get there? Yes, he does. Just barely. Maybe a yard over the marker. Maybe. That's going to give them a first down to work with. Going back to the ground. Roberts showing his electric attitude. And he gets another first down. He has been so much more explosive than Mikael Haywood was as that starting back. This time, the read option blown up in the backfield, and they have a loss of 3 now. 8.5 to go in the third. Aguilar play action. Wants to go deep. Good protection. Slinging it deep downfield. Back of the end zone. It's caught. Touchdown. Caden Robinson. What a throw from Joey Aguilar, despite the turnovers today. Still having the confidence to go deep, and I mean deep down the field. That was about as close as you could get to throwing out of the back of the end zone. But instead, Caden Robinson caught it with a toe down. That is going to be a touchdown for the Mountaineers, bringing this down to 7. McReynolds gets free for a second. Good job blowing that screenplay up. That's going to be now a 3rd and 13 here on their first drive of the second half. Lopez looks to throw some pressure. He's going to be able to get out of the pocket. Had his running back open. Instead, he runs for it. He has to slide down, so they're going to have to punt it back. Good job by the Mountaineers starting on offense, then getting some momentum on defense. Roberts, good first down. He has 14 carries, 85 yards. An excellent start in his first start of his career. 1st and 10, Aguilar, play action, wants to throw off his feet. Throwing it to Robinson, breaking a first tackle, and he's going to get it inside the 35. Marking him down at the 32 now. 2nd and 3 at the 25. They're going to run it with Roberts. Can't quite get there. Maybe a loss of 1, actually, and they're going to have a 3rd and 4. Aguilar wants to throw it on 3rd down. Looking across the middle, deflected down. They're going to have to settle for a field goal. This one is up, and it is good. But hold on, there is a penalty. And if that is roughing the kicker, that is a first down, and indeed it is. So the Jaguars get a stop, but they accidentally run into our kicker. Give us another opportunity. 1st and 10 from the 13. Roberts racing towards the goal line. It's a 9-yard carry. And they're going to have it at the 4 now. 2nd and 1. Going direct snap. Roberts bouncing off a couple of tacklers. Working his way down inside the 1. It's going to be a long 2nd and goal now, though, at the 2-yard line. Aguilar looks to throw. Got his man in the flats. Can't cross the goal line. Eli Wilson was open. Somehow he didn't get there. Now 3rd and goal. Aguilar bootleg. Touchdown on the scamper outside. Despite the interceptions today, he's finding a way to make an impact. He has 3 interceptions, but he also has 3 touchdowns on the day. What a job by Joey Aguilar not letting the turnovers get into his head. And this game is all tied up with 1:15 to go in the quarter. 2nd and 1 for the Jaguar offense. They're going to go to McReynolds. Good first down run. Just barely getting the yardage, but a good job using his strength to get there. Now under a minute in the quarter. This one going to be a jet sweep. Nobody's there to cover him. Number 13 down the sideline, and he's got it at the 44. Good run there for the Jaguars. That jet sweep has been kind to them now. Final play of the 3rd quarter. Lopez pump fakes, throws it outside, and it's caught. That was McReynolds going into the passing game. He was going outside and hoping to get open, but he did a good job on the curl route. And this one is not over yet. Both quarterbacks having some turnover troubles, but both of them with 3 touchdowns through the air. And it is now, or 3 touchdowns total, I should say, 2 touchdowns through the air for each of them. That one's caught by Javen Ivory, his 10th catch of the day. And that is a first down. Lopez now a lot of time to work with. He's going to go to McReynolds. The clock is not a problem. We just entered the 4th. McReynolds with the first down. 1st and 10 at the 30. Lopez, snap back. He's going to take it. He's going to fire into coverage, but it's caught. The defender actually was just turned around. He read the route correctly, but instead, Clark was just too far ahead of him. That's weird to say now. 1st and 2nd and 11. Spinning. Lopez firing in that one. Well out of the back of the end zone. A good job by the defensive line getting some pressure. Now they're going to run with McReynolds. Unexpected delay. And he's got it at the 1. 1st and goal. 9 minutes and counting. Lopez takes it. Hands it off. Easy touchdown. No kind of awareness there by the defensive line. They just got moved out of the way. And the Jaguars extend their lead 28-21 as they score their first touchdown since early in the 2nd quarter now. Mountaineers look to respond. Aguilar's going to go outside. Kanye Roberts stopped for some reason. All his momentum, he's going to get brought down. They now have a 3rd and 4. Aguilar looking outside, throwing. Hetzel's got it, and he's got a first down. Thankfully, he was able to cut upfield before he went out of bounds. They now have it at the 36-yard line. Aguilar's going to hand it off this time. Kanye Roberts bouncing off the first man, and he's brought down after 8 on the ground. And they have a 2nd and 2. 44-yard line. They're going to go back to Mikael Haywood's back in the game, and he's got a first down. His first run of the day goes for a 6-yard scamper for the Mountaineer offense. 1st and 10. Aguilar steps up, fires, picked off. This one's returnable. Down the sideline. Oh, my goodness. Inside the 10 to the 5, and it's a touchdown by Ladarius Webb Jr. He had the slant open, but Aguilar just throws it a couple yards behind him. Instead, he's looking for a response, and it's caught. Christian Horn responding in one play, and a touchdown for the Mountaineer offense. Couldn't even get through with my words about the interception. I just saw Aguilar slinging it deep downfield on the first play of the drive. And what a strike. You throw a pick six, you respond with about an 80-yard touchdown run, or touchdown catch and run by Christian Horn. What a pitch and catch there. Julius Canary drawing up the perfect play now as they have it 2nd and 6. The Jaguars still up by 7, and it's picked off, though. Jordan Favors. 3 big plays back-to-back for the Mountaineers and Jaguars. 2 of them thankfully going our way. Gio Lopez, I mean, you just have to hold on to the ball, and you could probably even run this clock down to under 2 minutes. But instead, they go through the air for some reason, up by 7 with about 5:11 to go. And then he just throws it into coverage. Lopez with his 3rd interception of the day. And that is going to be a big mistake if the Mountaineers can convert on 2nd and 3. They're going to go across the middle. Christian Horn, another grab. He's just had the big catch. 4 touchdowns 4 interceptions for Joey Aguilar. What a game for him despite the turnovers. Aguilar this time finds Kanye Roberts running away from the linebacker. He's able to get a first and goal at the 8. They now have it 2nd and goal. Aguilar wants to throw again across the middle again. This one caught by Robinson, but couldn't get much else. They have it 3rd and goal from the 4. 4 down territory here, obviously. Aguilar going to run. Unfortunately brought down, maybe right down at the line. They have it 4th and goal at the 5. Aguilar takes the snap, wants to throw, steps up, wide open lane, touchdown. App State ties it up at 35 with 2 minutes to go. And the Jaguars trying to find an answer. This time Lopez running for it. Can't get much to go, and they're going to have a 3rd and 11. A stop here would be massive. Harrington in coverage across the middle. Lopez going to look to throw. He's got his running back wide open. Braylon McReynolds is wide open there out of the backfield. Nobody picked him up. Now 1st and 10. Lopez looks to throw. Cross the middle. Caught by Javen Ivory. That is a big gain as the Jaguars have it 2nd and 10 now. Lopez looks to throw. This time lobbing it. Caught across the middle. Well into field goal range now, and the Mountaineers have to use a timeout. They could run the clock down here. Ivory gonna cut it back inside. Good job making something out of nothing. They now have a 3rd and 6. Lopez again gonna bring a man in motion. This time it is Ivory again on the jet sweep, cutting inside. Not gonna get there, so right around 43 seconds left. They're gonna settle for a field goal. I would have expected them to maybe try and get that 1st down a little bit harder. They're gonna go. Kicker is hit, and if they accept that, they could run the clock down all the way despite the field goal being good. Wonder what they'll do, and it looks like they will decline it. So they could have really ran the clock down, but still only 36 seconds left. 1 timeout for the Mountaineers. Aguilar under pressure. He is sacked. Oh, man, not a great start. You have to use your final timeout after the first play. Aguilar play action, running backwards, slinging it deep downfield, and it's picked off for the 5th time today. That one was really honestly just more of a Hail Mary, hoping something happens, so you can't really blame that one on Aguilar. But man, this Jaguar defense was everywhere today. All it took was 1 or 2 bad reads, a couple bad throws, and an interception party for the Jaguar defense. They dominated us today. And unfortunately, we had a few visits coming into town as well, and that's going to not do great for us since we lost this game. Reggie Neely, the junior, just went up and got it, and Lopez will be able to kneel it down. The Jaguars start their conference play 1-0 on the season. The Mountaineers will fall to 0-1 in their first conference game here in the Sun Belt Conference. 38-35 is your final score. What a game. A good comeback attempt just falls barely short by the Mountaineer offense. Gio Lopez, 3 total touchdowns through the air, 314 yards. What a game. Joey Aguilar had 3 touchdowns, 5 interceptions through the air, man. I mean, half of his incompletions were interceptions, but he also added 2 touchdowns on the ground, so he was really our entire offense, for better or for worse. Kanye Roberts did a really good job in his first game starting. Michael Hetzel had the one big 54-yard run after the catch. Caden Robinson had the 50-yard catch. Christian Horn had the 74-yard touchdown. I mean, the offense showed up today. They just couldn't stop turning the ball over, and that really broke the camel's back, as you could say. That last interception there for the pick 6 really lost this game for the Mountaineer offense. The defense played well given what they were put into. They really stopped the Jaguars anytime they could get the chance to, but they were in our territory so much, so often, you just knew that it was going to be points at some point. And yeah, Gio Lopez didn't really have a great game either. 314 yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 picks. But he did enough. He added a touchdown on the ground. McReynolds added a touchdown on the ground. Javen Ivory was crazy. 13, 123. Devin Voisin was good as well. 7 for 76 and a touchdown. Just a good game all around for their receiving core. Ladarius Webb led the team in solo tackles. He was also second in total tackles. Man, rough game to lose, and we're gonna have to hopefully, not be behind on a few guys. I know there's only a couple guys visiting. Unfortunately, when you lose, especially to a team that is a lower tier than you can really, really feel it on the recruiting track. And we unfortunately felt it with Tony Lenovoy, the 2-star right tackle out of Columbia, South Carolina. He dropped us all the way down to third from first place. So hopefully we can somehow make a comeback with him there, because I really wanted him. Like I've been saying this entire time, we're trying for that depth on the offensive line. And yeah, we're definitely gonna be regretting that loss as far as the recruiting trail goes. We cannot afford to lose another one with a bunch of visits coming in. Roger Jusek, thankfully, only has us at second, so we dropped one slot for him. It sucks, but it is what it is. Um, Jonathan Doss, thankfully, will not be coming in until week 9 versus Georgia State, so we have some time to prepare for him. Mike Kidsey, he was actually ready for a visit, so I went ahead and scheduled him in for a visit. I was excited to get him in on Georgia State week and get him a bunch of those positive mutual visits. Thankfully, everybody here generally has an interest if they're close to home, so we're using that as our main pitch for a lot of these guys, because most of them we just can't really afford to take a risk on another area if they're not interested in it. Dylan Blue will be coming in week 9, the big receiver we're trying to get, and then Vigil. Also, a lot of guys still pretty interested in us. Clifton Bynum, thankfully, so happy I didn't invite Clifton Bynum earlier in the season, because we would be way behind on him. I need to add some more hours on him, actually, once I get that chance. But we're going to bring in Stephen Coffey a visit as well. He's a 2-star quarterback. Hopefully we can get him. If not, we're going to have to go into the portal a lot for a quarterback. I think that's going to be where we find our starter next season, if we're being honest, unless some of the guys on our roster take a big leap, which I don't necessarily see happening. But we do have talent behind, younger talent. So it's not like Joey Aguilar is the end-all, be-all. Once he's gone, we're going to be, done for. But I am interested to see how we're able to recover once Joey Aguilar heads out. And unfortunately, his really good season, 6 touchdowns, 1 interceptions, is now 9 touchdowns to 6 interceptions when you throw that many picks in one game. That was just one of those games where no matter where I threw it, it was going to be an interception. And hey, look at that. USC upsets the Michigan Wolverines. So the Wolverines lose their first matchup of the year, and their first Big Ten matchup ever for the Trojans is a top 10 win over Michigan. What a win for the Trojans there. That is a statement. And a lot of people said they wouldn't be able to compete in the Big Ten, but that looks like they're going to be a powerhouse in that conference, despite the lack of defense on their roster. They just were able to outscore the Wolverines 38-31. Granted, Michigan does have a slow run and grind your gears type of offense, but still impressive win by the Trojans here in year 1 as they go to 3-0 on the year, 1-0 in conference play. And that is a big, big way for them to open the season as they get that win there. Alex Orji had 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Not a bad game, just not really anything crazy. Donovan Edwards added 2 touchdowns, so it really just looks like the Trojans just outscored them. I mean, Miller Moss didn't even have a great game. 4 touchdowns, 3 picks. He was sacked 4 times. Just seems like he had, a good enough game to win the game, and that's all it takes sometimes. Notre Dame wins. They are now number 4. Ohio State number 1. Nebraska 4-0 now. They have a great start to their year. Auburn gets a win. Florida State gets a statement win over the newest ACC member, Cal. Ole Miss beats Georgia Southern. They're now number 2 in the country. Missouri takes down Vandy. Despite a loss last week, they're able to bounce back and get their 3rd win of the season. 37-9. West Virginia loses to Kansas, so Kansas starts 3-1. Both of those teams start 3-1. Impressive year so far for the West Virginia Mountaineers, our name twin. Washington takes down Northwestern by 3. KSU takes down BYU. Michigan State beats up on Boston College. Boston College beats up on Michigan State, I should say. And then Clemson falls to NC State. So NC State now number 9 in the country. And next week, We're going to have an even tougher matchup for our defense. Caden Salter, a 90 overall quarterback, is going to be coming to town. A guy that is the leading passer, obviously, but also the leading rusher for Liberty. Man, it's going to be tough to cover him. He is very, very talented, very mobile, and very athletic, and they have a lot of really good receivers. I mean, look at this. 5 guys with double-digit catches, 4 guys over 100 yards on the season, 4 guys with 2 or more touchdowns. Just a great all-around passing game, and they really spread the ball around a whole lot there in Liberty. And, yeah, we have a lot of visits riding on this game, so really, really need to bring our A game next week, because if we lose that, we're going to get pushed behind on a lot of these recruits. But if we win, we may potentially be able to get some commits for the first time in the series, and I am just hoping that happens. But I have to state for next episode, the 3-1 Liberty will come into Boone, North Carolina to take on the 2-2 App State Mountaineers. As always, hope you enjoyed the episode. I'll catch you all next time.